Welcome to Church Vineyard. I'm Dallas, this is Logan and David. We are here tasting the 2020 vintage R&D Vineyard Cabernet Sauvignon. This is a beautiful third release from what was previously our Oak Knoll District Cabernet Sauvignon. John parceled it out into 3 different single vineyard designates after the vines hit a certain level of maturity. Planted in 2008, this vineyard is our farthest east vineyard in Oak Knoll District, which means that it's just a little bit more removed from the alluvial, volcanic, and gravelly soils. We're getting a little bit richer soils here, which means that we're going to get a bit of a richer wine.
You hit the nail on the head when you said a lot more richness to this. You know, as all of these Oak Knoll District Cabernets do have this beautiful balance of red fruits and black fruits, this one just leans into all of the cherries. Everything from fresh tart red cherries to big black cherries and even cherry pit to it. It's just very sumptuous in that style. But I also get these beautiful undertones of like really kind of dusty tannins to it, and these layers upon layers of really finely tanned leather and even hints of like cracked pink peppercorn. It's really a beautiful, exceptionally nuanced wine. It's absolutely beautiful, but don't get me wrong, it's not just a fruit bomb. There's a ton of complexity to this wine too. As I mentioned, it has this kind of dusty aspect to it, but it reminds me of very high-end kind of tanned leather with almost this hint of like cracked pink peppercorn to it. What's really nice in this vintage is even though we maintained the 100% French oak in the élevage on this wine, we're just under 70% new. So you don't have that really overbearing spice box that you get with some Napa Valley Cabernet. It's really allowing the sense of place and the brilliance of this vineyard site to shine through. And I'm sure you could think of a dozen wonderful dishes to pair with something like this.
Oh, I've got one in mind in particular. I'm thinking braised oxtail, braised in some already rich like veal stock with some aromatics, carrots, onions, garlic, just kind of the Rolodex of flavor. With that, once the oxtail's braised down nice and soft, picked from the bone and reserved to the side, reduce the stock a little bit more, add some butter, mount that in, emulsified, and then finish it off with some potato gnocchis and put the oxtail back into that little stew you got there. And it's a great winter classic, but also applies to warm summer nights and springtime as well.
A decadent wine and a decadent dish, no doubt. The 2020 vintage R&D Vineyard Cabernet Sauvignon. We made a small amount of it in this vintage, 150 cases. So we will be prioritizing to the list upon release and hope that it makes its way to you at $160 a bottle. Cheers.